Hello friends, I have not done a sit down video in a really long time. Like, I honestly can't even remember the last time I did this, so I hope this works. I don't know if it's going to. Like, this is kind of weird for me. Like, I'm literally just sitting on my bed, you know. I have my signs from middle school over there. I have not really changed my room in a really long time. It is June. We are still low-key quarantine, but it's okay. So basically the sit-down video I'm gonna do is unpopular opinions. I asked my family to send in each one unpopular opinion. I did like a private story thing, like on my private story I asked my friends to send in unpopular opinions, and then I have my own unpopular opinions. And so I'm gonna be looking down at my phone a little bit because they are there. But first, I think the order of the video is gonna be, I'm gonna tell each of, that didn't make sense, I'm gonna say my family's unpopular opinions, give my reaction to them, and then I'm gonna react to my friends' unpopular opinions, and then at the end I'm gonna share my own as well. So we're gonna have a lot of controversy. Woo! First I'm gonna be reacting to my sister's unpopular opinions. She had a lot actually. She sent me around 5 unpopular opinions. So first one she said is winter is better than summer. Gonna have to disagree hard on that one because obviously summer I love. I'm the type of person who gets cold really easily, so in the winter I'm like, woo, like shaking because I'm so cold. And in the summer I'd rather sweat than be freezing, which I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just my logic. And then she said TikTok is full of losers. Obviously not you, because I love TikTok and it's a waste of time. I'm also gonna have to disagree on that one. I love TikTok. I understand that is a really toxic app, but something about it is just so addicting, and I don't think it's full of losers. I mean, there are definitely some people on there that need to get off that app, but that's just a personal opinion. But I don't hate the app, you know? I don't think it's a waste of time. I mean, okay, maybe it is a waste of time, but whatever. And then she said cooking shows are the best kind of TV shows. I'm gonna say, if I'm watching TV on an actual like TV, like not Netflix, I only watch cooking shows. Chopped, Food Truck Race, Worst Cooks in America, you know, anything on Food Network I love. So yes, on actual like TV, but I won't say cooking shows are better than like Netflix shows, you know. Like, I love my Netflix. I'm currently rewatching Shameless, if you cared. Probably didn't. And then she said softball is more interesting to watch than baseball. I mean, either is fine with me. I don't think I've ever actually watched softball like on TV. I mean, maybe once I did, but I've never like actually like clicked like softball because I like to watch professional baseball, you know, but nothing wrong with softball. Then she said the US women's national team is superior to the US men's national team. I think that's a soccer thing. I hate soccer, but I mean, if I'm going to watch soccer, I'd rather watch girls play soccer than guys play soccer, so maybe. But, and yeah, I think I watched the US women's national team because they're like famous. I didn't even know the men like had a team. Like, the women are like superior, right? I don't know. Now I'm gonna do my dad and my mom's unpopular opinions. Of course, when I asked them unpopular opinions, they gave like really controversial ones, so it's time to get a little deep for a second before I move on to my friends' more non-controversial ones. My mom said anyone from other countries should be able to come to the US. Basically, she doesn't want borders. And I will agree to disagree on that. I think that the US is way too strict with immigrants, and I do not believe that we should be like not letting like people in. Like, that doesn't make sense. And the whole like separating children from their parents is just terrible and like ruthless. So I will agree, but I don't think we should not have borders because that's what blocks out like terrorists, sex traffickers, like drugs, like really bad things from coming in. So I do think we need some sort of security, because if we didn't have borders, then like chaos would happen. But I do think we should let a lot more people in than we are letting in, because it's not fair how people are like being prosecuted in their countries and then they try to come to the US for like just like a better life, and like it's not fair how we won't allow that in most cases. So I will go with that. Okay, now it's time for my friends. So one of my friends said Friends is better than The Office. Personally, I've never seen Friends. Well, I've seen like one episode, and my sister and my parents, they love The Office, and I think it's so stupid. Like, I don't think it's funny at all. Like, they're all like ha 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 ha, like laughing, and I'm just sitting here like, that is not funny. Like, I'm sorry, maybe that's just not my type of humor, but I don't think it's funny. But I mean, I have no idea if Friends is better than Office because I don't really watch Friends either, but I'm gonna agree. I mean, I'm sure it is because anything's better than Office, sorry. One friend said, pizza's nasty. Honey. Pizza is superior. Not to be like an American or anything, but I love pizza. How can you not like pizza? Pizza is so good in so many ways. Like, I really like want pizza now, actually. Then she said Pepsi is better than Coke. I'm gonna take this a step further and say that soda is trash. I absolutely hate soda. I think it's the grossest thing to ever like exist in this. Okay, to be fair, I've never had soda in my life, but I'm just gonna say that I feel like it's bad because it just gross, nasty. And then, oh, this is a personal one. She said, I'm gonna marry blank one day. And you know, Faith, if you're watching this, and I 100% think you're gonna marry this person one day. 100%. You guys will come back to each other. This is like kind of not going off of this, but kind of. I feel like if you're meant to be with someone, you will be with someone. Like, in a way, I believe in multiple, so I don't believe in one soulmate, but I believe that you have multiple soulmates, and I do believe that this kid is your soulmate. One of them, Faith. So, take what you want with that. My friend said, the moon landing could easily be fake. It would be so easy for the government to have faked it. I've definitely watched some I love conspiracy theories, first of all, and I've seen documentaries about this, about the moon landing being fake, and I don't not agree. Like, I feel like it totally could have been fake. I've seen, like, the flag, like, was moving or something about it was moving, like, in the video, but there's no wind in space, so I don't know about that. And, like, I've seen, like, watch a documentary about it, because I totally believe, like, NASA, the government, I don't trust the government, and I don't know if I should be saying that on there here, but the government's kind of sus. There was a time when I wanted to work for NASA, but that has long gone. But yeah, the government, I don't really trust that shit. And then she said, mayo is the best condiment by far. To be honest, I hate condiments, hate ketchup, hate mustard, hate relish, hate any of that shit. Like, ugh. I just don't like condiments, but I have no idea if mayo is the best condiment because I just don't even like condiments, but you know, agree to disagree on that. My friend said Cardi B is trash. I love Cardi. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, but I think her music is fire. Like, I love it. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I was this close to seeing her in concert once. Like, I think her music is just so good. Like, I mean, I don't think it's trash at all, but I do know that she thinks it's trash. And then she said burgers are fucking gross. Gonna have to 100% agree with you on this. Me and this girl, we actually, in the last day of summer, I hung out with her and my other friend, and she loves burgers, and me and this girl like hate burgers, and she was like, you have to try burger for the first time. And I had my first, I mean, to be fair, it was literally like this piece, like it was the smallest, tiniest piece. That makes no sense, but it was absolutely disgusting. I almost threw up. Like, I'm not even kidding. I wish I was kidding. I don't understand how people like burgers. I can get sick thinking about it. Then one person said, I hate rice and potatoes. I love rice and potatoes, so, I mean, not everyone likes the same thing. Rice? How can you not like rice? Like, maybe that's just the Asian me but I love rice. And potatoes can be made so many different ways. There's fries and mashed, I don't really like mashed potatoes. I think it tastes like cheesecake, but, and then there's so many different kinds of potatoes. Like, how can you not like that? And she said, my one friend said, we don't need to save Adam. And first I thought she was talking about Adam and Eve, like some religious thing, and I was like, I don't know what that means. But then she made me look it up, and it's a TikTok thing. And basically, it's like this family, if you know, like this group of brothers or sisters, this like family TikTok group, and they're like doing this shit, and apparently Adam is like this guy who's like the one person who doesn't really belong in the family because he's actually normal. Like, it's a very weird group. I don't really know. Like, if he wants to chill with his family and do this weird shit, then that's on him. I don't think he necessarily needs to be saved, but he definitely does stick out because he seems to be the only normal one in the family, but whatever. And then my last friend said, ranch, well, she said ranch and rice and whipped cream and Doritos. And at first I was like, what does that mean? And she was like, she likes those things. So I don't like ranch. Hate it. Hate dressing in general. Actually, no, I don't. I'm starting to like dressing, but ranch is just not good. I love rice. Whipped cream. I'm not the biggest fan of whipped cream, but I like it on like, you know, strawberry shortcake and like I'll have a little dollop of whipped cream, you know. I don't really like Doritos. I don't really like chips in general. I'm kind of a healthy queen. But I've had Doritos before and they're not terrible, but I don't like snack on them on the daily, you know. Okay, that's all the unpopular opinions I have with my friends, and now I'm gonna share my own unpopular opinions. Now I have my own unpopular opinions. Some are controversial, some are not. I mean, these are just some of my own opinions. I mean, yeah, it took me a while to think of these because it's hard to know. Like, when you believe something, it's hard to like know if it's like unpopular or not, you know? But I feel like some of these are pretty unpopular. I think astrology is fake. I know so many people who believe in astrology, but I just don't. I've tried to believe in it. I downloaded CoStar for the first time a couple months ago, and then I deleted it like 2 days later. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. I like to believe it's real, but it's not. I just don't feel like it is, because I feel like everything can apply to anyone. Like, I read a statement about myself that my astrologist or whatever, my star signs, like, said this believes in me. That made no sense, but and then everyone's like, oh my god, me too. Like, no, it applies to everyone, you know? Like, I don't know, I feel we're all the same in so many ways. So like, me being a Gemini, I don't feel like that means anything, but maybe it does. I don't know. I think that our generation is going to be the change that we need, because obviously there's so much happening right now, and I think that the old, like, obviously, you know, like the boomers and like, they're just, I feel like we're grown up, like the people who are around my age, like, I don't know, maybe like 15 to 8, or like, just no, okay, like people under 30 right now, I feel like we have the mindset where like, I don't know, like we're like good people. Like, I feel like and we know to fight, you know. A lot of people, they obviously have good morals and views, but they don't fight for them, you know. They don't fight for their opinion. But I feel like we're the generation who, like, we got shit done. So if we want something, we're gonna get it, you know. I think that skinny shaming exists. Of course it does. A lot of people are like, oh, you're skinny, so like that means nothing bad happens to you, or like no one makes fun of your weight or anything. But, and it hurts. People make fun of my weight all the time because I'm so skinny, and it hurts. I've been called a stick before, and people think, oh my god, that's a compliment. Like, no, that's not a compliment. That makes me self-conscious. Of course I'm self-conscious about how skinny I am, but people don't think I should be because I'm skinny. Whatever. Like, fat shaming exists, skinny shaming exists. Like, it just makes me mad. I think that America's drinking policy is stupid, yes. I don't know why it's not 18. I don't know why we decided to make it 21. That doesn't make sense, because younger people still drink, and it only makes younger people want to drink more because it's against the rule, and people like to break rules and be bad people, bad girls, bad boys, like whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like it should go back to 18. Like, it doesn't make sense why it's 21. Because if people aren't gonna follow the rules anyways, like, what's the point? Might as well be legal, you know? I think just because I saw someone say that poor people shouldn't have kids, but I'm gonna disagree and say just because you're poor doesn't mean you can't have children. I think that if you're in a very bad situation, like, you should know whether you are fit to have kids or not. If you're in a very bad situation, I wouldn't bring your child into that terrible situation. Like, you have to be able to at least somewhat provide for your children, but just because you're poor, it doesn't mean you shouldn't have children. Like, if you are able to provide for your kid to some degree, and you can give them a happy life, and whatever that means to you, then I totally think you should be able to have kids. Okay? I think that in some cases the death penalty is okay. Hello, Sophia? I'm filming my video.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Almost done. I think that in some cases the death penalty is okay. I used to be totally against the death penalty in so many ways, until I watched this one documentary about Gabriel Fernandez. I forget his name. I think it's Gabriel Fernandez. It's this one documentary about child abuse, and this kid was completely tortured by his parents, and it's just like it like baffled me in so many ways. So yes, in that case, like, his parents, like they don't deserve to be alive if you're gonna do that to a child. So like, for the worst of the worst of the worst, like, you have to do a terrible thing. Like, that's when I agree the death penalty is okay. But for most cases, people who are getting the death penalty are innocent or have done barely anything. Like, it's a race issue, you know? Like, majority of people on death row happen to be people of color or black. Like, that is when it becomes not okay. But if you do a terrible, 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 terrible thing, then yes, I think it is necessary in some ways. I think once a cheater, always a cheat. Like, personally, I do believe people can grow, but if someone cheats on me, I will never go back to them. That's just my opinion. Like, trust would be out the door by then. So, and this has been shown multiple times. You cheat on someone once, I just can't imagine that you wouldn't think about it again, you know? Like, cheaters have some sort of mindset, and I don't really know, I don't agree with it. Like, whatever they did, like, that is a terrible thing. Cheating is a terrible thing you can do to someone. So I just don't trust the people who do that, you know? And then lastly, I think that prison sentences for the most part are way too long. And obviously, I mean, I think everyone agrees that there are a lot of people in prison who don't deserve to be there. But regarding I think prison sentences should be cut very short. Well, obviously for like terrible people, yes, long. But for people who did minor crimes who are getting like 6-7 years, like, I just don't agree with that. I think that it honestly only takes about a year for you to understand you fucked up and for you to learn your lesson and, you know, not to do it again. I think that we should focus more on rehabilitation in prison. I am a justice and law major, so this is kind of my interest area a lot, but I think prisons do not focus on rehabilitation enough, and 100% I agree that we need to start understanding that the goal of prison is not to punish, it's to change these people's morals and to, like, teach them, you know, that some of the things that they're doing maybe aren't the best, and, like, to help them get in the right track. It's not to punish and torture them, as a lot of prisons do. Those are just my 2 cents. Okay, that's all I got. I hope y'all have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you. Bye.